Anyway, you can pick these up as cheap as chips on Amazon for about 12 quid, I think. Anyway, different colours. Take a look at the radio. Get a booklet. More importantly, let's look at the radio. Right, you've got a little lanyard on there. This is going to be a no bullshit, no holds barred review. I'm not being paid by anybody. I bought this myself. To power it, you just need 2 batteries like that. You've also got this nice little kickstand on the back, so you can have it up like that. You've got a telescopic antenna, real digital higher. You've got a telescopic antenna. I've had this a while now, so I can give an honest review. It's got 4 bands. You've got FM1, which is basically 87 to 108, and then you've got FM2. But what I'm interested in is the AM and the shortwave, which I can tell you about. What I can say about this radio, for the money, which is about £12 UK, which is pretty cheap. You've got a volume on the side and a tuning, and then obviously you've got a selector there. My phone might interfere with it a bit, who knows. But I don't want to get a copyright strike, so we'll just whiz through it.
I just think it's...
Oh, it's a bit better.
I don't know who thought this idea up, but it's just not right.
And that's in FM.
It's just not right.
And I can honestly say I take this camping and everywhere. Great battery life, great radio, I've got to say.
Are you thinking? With the driverless cars 85058, or you can call me 08085 909 6.
And that's the FM. But then you can flick it down into the AM. There's all sorts there. I listen to the football on the AM. What is interesting is the shortwave. I'll probably be getting interference off my phone. But at night, this comes alive. Obviously, all I'm getting is me interference. But basically, I'm in England, and on the shortwaves at night, you're getting everywhere. The whole world comes through. Let's get a bit of talking.
He had ordered the reopening of commercial airspace over Venezuela. President Trump has declared Cuba to be a threat to the national security of the United States and signed an executive order enabling trade
Hello, mate.
that sells or provides oil.
No, man. You're not dumb at all. This one is shortwave.
And Hezbollah and countries hostile to the U.S., including
But it's not long wave.
and Iran. President Zelensky of Ukraine has said he hoped the United States could halt Russian strikes on his country's energy infrastructure. It follows comments from President.
Could be the BBC. I'm normally on for the football, I go on the AM. But I'll tell you what, I'll give this radio, for what it is, a little radio, I'll give it 10 out of 10. Radio 4, I'm going to give this 10 out of 10. It's not broke, it's done what it's supposed to do. It comes out while camping with me, and I use it all around the house. Bit of classic. I've got to say, for under £15 delivered, about 12 quid delivered. You can't really complain. And the battery life is unbelievable. In fact, most of them have got lithium now, but these are just 2 little normal ones, and they last for ages. And you can really blast it out, and it doesn't flat the battery. Oh, doesn't flat the batteries. Oh, they're on YouTube, aren't they now? If you click on them, the BBC. Yeah, this is a good radio, I've got to say. Shame I can't get the shortwaves, but it's too much interference. But if I turn all the lights off, get the mobile out of the way, you know what I mean? You get in Japan, you're getting all around the world coming in. Russia. And then... No. But anyway, that picks up quite good AM. I'll get the football on that.
Yumi and the Big C.
The Legacy.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
BBC Sounds.
BBC Radio 5 Live.
You don't need a licence though.
The UK. Francis Finn. Listen on BBC Sounds.
Hello. Good morning.
Do I do what?
Please,
Yeah, I've got... Here's me Radtail 950
frequency mode
Pro, which is on the CB band, and that transmits on the CB band. It transmits on all the bands. Anyway, yeah, I quite often do shows on that.
Addiction, recovery, treatment and prevention, and it will help mobilize the full resources and authority of the federal
Trump
government
has
to help
spoken.
stop this tremendous...
And what I also like, you get this little kickback stand, so you can either have it up like that or like that.
abuse, but he said addiction was a disease that can be treated. European Union foreign ministers have agreed to designate Iran's Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization in response to violent suppression of protests. The EU has also imposed sanctions on Iran's officials, including the Interior Minister.
A video for what, mate? The CB? The radio that I've just got? What one you on about? What, like this? This does all the handbands, 27 megahertz as well. I've got a few antennas for that one.
strikes have plunged millions into the dark
and this xhdata, the xhdata, they do all different sorts of radios. Yeah. In fact, I might buy another xhdata, a different one. Because I've got to say, it's not broke down.
Abdul Rasulov is in Kiev.
I'll only review it, do you know what I mean? Once I've had it a while. Yeah, I can do a review on that. Yeah, I've got a home-based one as well. But this is what I use.
Welcome. Frequency mode.
Does all sorts of bands. Basically, that there is FMCB in the UK, and that's channel 19. That's channel 31. I don't know what that is, but literally you can go on this because it's just mad. You can go 0,
0, 2,
4,
4, 5, 5, 5.
and we can even transmit there. It's got 3 PTTs. So you can transmit up there, and we can transmit down there, and we can transmit on the middle one. Believe it or not, this is the first one to actually Radtail out of China. This is the first one to actually get it right, and that's why you can Google this, the Radtail 950 Pro, and you'll just see people like going crazy over it. 'Cause it's the first one that's got it right. There was a time when you'd have needed. I'll show you. I can just change bands,
Menu.
and it's got GPS and everything. I can go into completely different bands that covers everywhere. I'll press this, look. It gives you my GPS there. 80 meters above sea level, and then there's my coordinates. But yeah, this is the first one to get it right, because the others just weren't working properly. You couldn't hear nothing. But this one, I've tested it. I've spoke to people on all the bands. You need a few aerials though for different things, because different lengths. But I've got to say, there was a time you'd have needed about 6 radios to do all what this does. And you've still got your normal radio. So, and I'll show you this quick. Turn that down. Don't want to get pinging me jigged. If I press that one, you can go into sideband, lower sideband, upper sideband. You can't transmit on them though. That's all I'm waiting for now, is another radio. I'm radio mad, and I normally get a new one all the time, but I've had this for so long because it's just brilliant. But all I'm waiting for is one of these to come out where I can transmit on sidebands, man, as well as everything else. Yeah. It's pretty cheap. You pick these up, £60 on Banggood, but then you're going to wait for a couple of weeks. I chose Amazon, get it the next day, 80 quid. I'll tell you what, for 80 quid, you can't complain. You've also got the beat, you've got a Roger beat, it's got everything. You've got a whole menu system, right? You can go into. You can set it up as a repeater. It's just got everything you can think of. Bluetooth. It transmits the power. Normally little roll radios are 5 watts. This is 10 watts. And then on these bands, it's 4 watts. Which is all right for FM. Yeah, 80 quid. Bargain. Well, you get it for 20 quid if you want to Banggood and all that, but you're going to wait you're going to wait 2 weeks, aren't you? Whereas Amazon, they do them in all different colours. Oh, it's USB straight in the back there. You've got a little, I might as well review this at the same time. You've got USB straight in there. You also get a cradle, so it sits in a cradle as well. I've got that antenna. That's 27 megahertz for the CB band. That is also, that's a 52-inch telescopic. I use this big bendy one for the air bands and all that. I listen to the airplanes quite a bit on it, Heathrow Airport. I'll show you how I get to the air bands. I've got them all programmed here. Just go down here. Heathrow Airport approach, I'll pick up. And these are all on out, but you can't transmit on the air bands, obviously.
Frequency mode.
Yeah. All the plane. During the day, that's just buzzing. I think I pick up Heathrow as well, and Biggin Hill. I think I got Southampton the other day, which is mad because I'm in Kent, in the countryside. The battery is absolutely brilliant. I ain't going to bullshit, you know what I mean? I'll tell it like it is. And they haven't paid me, you know what I mean? I bought this. Everything I'm reviewing. Yeah, great battery. Big old battery. Yeah. And I have everything running. I have the light on all the time and full power. The GPS on all the time. But you got all power modes, I'll show you.
Menu.
So if I go into radio settings, scramble, standby, battery saver, super, deep, off. It's just The menu's just immense. Just lose yourself in it. You can set up a beacon, you can set up a repeater, you can do crossband chatting, which is just crazy.
Confirm.
That GPS is quite interesting. Like that. Picks up the satellite. Gives you a time reading. Anyway. Yeah. And I'll stick with this one until one comes out. It's got the sidebands on as well. But yeah, they've been trying for a year now to get it right, like all different companies, and this one has got it completely right. And they've tested it as well. They've tested it for all emissions, and it was just bang on, which is quite mad for most of the Chinese radios. Are quite pollutive and quite crazy, but they've actually listened to people, and they've hopefully they're listening to me. Get one with the sidebands on, and send me it for nothing. Maybe I ought to email them, because this one's pretty good. Anyway,
Menu.
I've got the wrong antenna in for that, so we'll go down here. White band. What it does, it turns on and off.
Welcome.
You hear a little click, there's a little relay in it. But yeah, you can turn the squelch off, or you can have you got the thingamajig, I forget what they're called. Yeah. When someone talks, it comes through. You can lower that at the top. The waterfall, that's it, the waterfall. And you can change the waterfall. Look, I can change the pattern of the waterfall. Big blocks or little blocks. How cool's that? When someone chats, it goes right up and it breaks through. Otherwise, it sounds really. Turn the squelch off, you're just getting loads of white noise.
Confirm.
Just look at that.
Confirm.
And you've got triple monitor as well. So you can monitor all of them. Anything happens, it just comes alive. You can have the radio on and still monitor these. Anything comes in, it comes over the radio. To be honest, it's pretty loads of shit I ain't even been into on here yet, because I don't need to. Yeah, some people might find it interesting. You've got more settings over here, which I'll go in quite a bit. You've got voice, you've got scramble, backlight. You can have it like the light staying on for 5 seconds, but I just have it on all the time. That's why I know the battery's good, because I have the light on all the time when I'm out camping, and when I'm like now. If it was a shit battery, it'd just be gone. But yeah, you can have the power on display, or you can have the picture. And you got under there, you get a programming cable. You can put your own pictures and do all sorts on it. I'll show you what. Turn it on now. It should say, yeah, red town.
Frequency mode.
But what I do, so I know how much power I got.
Menu.
It lasts for ages. Where did I find that? Over there. I forget where they are. Down there. Oh. Right. Power. I have the voltage.
Confirm.
And now what you get, which I like,
Welcome.
it gives you the voltage, 8.2. I ain't never flattened the battery right out, to be truthful with you. I've been camping like a couple of days. Had it on solid. The good thing is, they're all becoming USB now, so just whack, in you go. But you can put it in a charge, put it in the cradle. They'll give you the cradle as well. It's actually a sturdy built radio. It's a all proper bit of kit. I've dropped this a couple of times. Just bounces. Nice screen, massive screen. They've come a long way because they were just like plain orange screens with just like the early mobiles was, just like shit text across it, and now it's all like this stuff, which is a lot better. And you can also scan. You can, if we hit that,
Scanning begin.
we're now scanning through, and it will just stop whenever it finds anything, which is quite interesting. Yeah.
Scanning stop.
You can pick up shop watch, pub watch, military aircraft, the fire brigade. When there's a big fire, you get the chief with the white hat on. You can pick him up. Security in shopping centres. All you shoplifters out there, you want to be getting one of these. They probably have. I don't know. I would if I was out shoplifting, big time, like like that. You'd have one of these in your ear, wouldn't you? Because you can literally put it on the waterfall, and as soon as any security comes on, bing, it'll just, because it's constantly scanning through, look, so it just picks them out. Which is mad. You've got 3 PTTs. Top of it. And that there, that's the volume. This is actually a selector. Where you're seeing me using this directional key,
Menu.
I really don't have to. Look, I can actually use this to move around. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to jump off because I'll have to add this into the description in the morning. So I didn't realise we was going to jump into the CB black hole there. Anyway, this was originally the review of the xhdata, which I've got to say, for about 12 quid, it's pretty good, really. It's really light.
Counts. Everyone knows someone who has died, and like Azam and Mundana, they continue to live in fear, separated and silenced by a digital wall that shows no sign of breaking.
Got a nice little
Greg
antenna.
Katara reporting. 10 days after arguably the biggest payday in his career, after knocking
Put the aerial down.
on Netflix, British heavyweight boxer
AJ.
Anthony Joshua was mourning 2 of his closest friends, Sina Gami and Latif Lats Ayodele, were killed in a car crash in Nigeria. Anthony Joshua was also in the car, but came away with minor injuries. Now we've heard him speak about it for the first time since it happened. The newsroom's Will Chalk.
Hello, Peaky. I'm all good, mate. I've just been reviewing
As you say, Uncut.
this, and then someone was asking about a CB, so I'll add the CB part in the morning.
By many in the boxing community as a bit of a joke, but you know, he'd avoided embarrassment in it, and there was lots of talk about where his career was going from there. But then a few days later, just after Christmas, there's this crash.
That was a horrific crash with Joshua. Eh?
Friends. And they were also his business partners too. So Sina Gami was his strength and conditioning coach, and Lats Ayodele was his personal trainer. They were both pronounced dead.
Just got up for a piss. Yeah, my old man used to do that about now. No, I'm just up late.
So this has all come from a new video on Anthony Joshua's YouTube channel where he looks straight into the camera and he talks openly and seemingly off the cuff as well for about 6 minutes. Now, it's not as you might maybe
And
expect.
sorting
It's not
my
particularly
records
somber.
out.
In much of it, he's laughing and smiling, you know, sharing memories of his friends. But there is a point where he quite suddenly gets overwhelmed.
You know,
Of course
they're my
he's going to get
brothers,
overwhelmed,
they're my
man.
friends, first and foremost.
He's seen two of his pals
Then we
sitting next to
became
him. They're there one
business
minute, next
partners,
minute
we
they're gone.
became hustlers, we
Don't know if
became,
anyone see the footage when Joshua got out the back there. It's crazy.
we became,
Very lucky. And they'd only just swapped places.
well, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah.
Mentally, that's going to
Yeah.
scar you, man.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Now, elsewhere in the video, he thanks the fans who sent him love and prayers from around the world, and also says that when his time comes, he'll take comfort in knowing...
Everyone loves him, man, for banging Jake Paul's jaw
the way
out.
he phrases it.
Does he mention the future at all?
Well, he talks a lot about how his friends will be remembered, and also his
Yeah.
plan.
I'll tell you what Joshua's probably planning.
I understand
To win the heavyweight title for the third time.
what they wanted to do for their
And he probably could.
So what my goal is,
Imagine what motivation that would give you. What he's been
help
through.
them achieve their goals. Even though they...
Quite into me boxing.
When I pray at night, when I pray in the morning,
We should
I
do
know
a boxing
spiritually
show.
they're going to aid me through, because it's not just physical strength that will get me through. It's going to take a lot of strength from the higher power. So I'm going to definitely be saying my prayers, and I'm going to help them fulfill their dreams for their families.
Now, in many ways, look, talking about AJ's career, you know, might seem secondary in all of this, given what's happened, but it will be what a lot of fans will be thinking of. Now, he doesn't reference it directly in the...
AJ obviously boxes because he loves it. Because he's got that many millions, do you know what I mean? He doesn't need to even do anything.
Like we've seen him so many times before. Earlier this month, he posted a video of himself in the gym that had the caption "Mental Strength."
Fury versus Joshua, that's what we want to see.
He also said he thinks AJ will return to the ring
Yeah, he'll
when
be
the time
back.
is right.
Raw Chalk reporting. Finally, it's a film Amazon spent...
What he's probably going to do is he's probably going to win the heavyweight title for a third time and then dedicate it to his pals and then retire. That's what I reckon.
The Melania Trump documentary, simply titled Melania, is struggling to shift many tickets. In the thousands of cinemas it's playing in worldwide. Here's a flavour of what punters can expect.
Everyone wants to know.
Hello, mister, how you
So here
doing?
it is.
I'm very well, thank you. Just reviewed this little radio and we reviewed this thing. But I'll have to add that in the morning. Anyway, I'll catch you all
North
later.
America correspondent Peter Bowes is here.
Whatever
and
you're doing, have a good
live
one.